Gut, alles klar. So, wir gehen rüber. So. Hier sieht alles ordnungsgemäß aus erstmal.
Ja.
Aber hier könnten noch ein paar Parksünder sein, habe ich das Gefühl.
Kann sein, ja.
Jetzt wollen wir mal kurz gucken. Hier ist alles,
In Ordnung.
sieht alles soweit respektabel aus, ne?
Ja.
Mann, ich will noch ein paar Parksünder aufschreiben, Digga. Jetzt bin ich auch scharf. Wir könnten auch noch auf dem Pfingstmarkt fahren, theoretisch gesehen. Nee, hier ist alles clean, die Schweine. Alle ordnungsgemäß geparkt, Niklas.
Ja.
Aber wir brauchen Aha, Niklas.
Was haben wir?
Falsche Richtung.
Sehr gute Arbeit.
Dankeschön. Einen haben wir da auf jeden Fall, der falsch in die Richtung geparkt. Der andere steht in der Einbahnstraße, der steht richtig. Aber da haben wir einen Sünder.
Gute Arbeit gemacht.
Dankeschön. Ja, hier in der Ausbildung bin ich gerade.
Ja.
Aus Berlin, lol. Wie viel Zeit nimmt das in Anspruch, wenn du dann zu Hause die Anzeigen verarbeitest? Ist das eigentlich
Eine Anzeige kann
Leder
bis zu
spendet
5
10,07
Minuten dauern.
Euro. Lieber Anzeigehauptmeister, was würdest du machen, wenn du diese Tätigkeit nicht mehr machen dürftest?
Das ist eine gute Frage.
Gute Frage. Da würde ich bloß noch rumreisen. Aber ja,
Solange du das noch darfst, machst du's.
genau,
Ach so.
so sieht's aus. Also das wäre jetzt für mich kein Problem. Falls jetzt irgendwie eine Gesetzesänderung kommen sollte, dass es von Privatpersonen nicht mehr möglich ist, dann ja, höre ich damit von heute auf morgen auf, dann ist das so. Habe ich jetzt kein Problem mit.
Aber nur für mein Verständnis, Niklas, ne?
Ja?
Wir haben ja jetzt ja hier einmal ein Durchfahrtsverbotsschild. Das heißt, die Leute...
Nein, das ist Verbot der Einfahrt.
Ja, also du darfst nicht reinfahren.
Ja.
Die Leute können ja nie aus dieser Richtung kommen und von da oben hier in die Richtung. Trotzdem ist es in die Richtung Parken verboten, weil das ja auch Gegenverkehr ist.
Richtig.
Also ist in die falsche Richtung.
Richtig, so sieht's aus.
Gucken wir mal. Irgendwo werden wir noch ein paar finden, das sag ich dir.
Ja, definitiv.
Gelbe Plakette?
Unterstrich 063 spendet 10
Gelbe
Euro.
Plakette ist ein
Ihr solltet
Neuwagen.
schnell ins
Wo ist denn die
Trockene
gelbe Plakette
kommen.
dran?
In 5 Minuten. Getwittert ist für 15 Minuten.
Was
Welcher?
ist nochmal? Die Donation habe ich nicht verstanden.
Gelbe Umweltplakette. Ja, Umweltplakette ist scheißegal.
Ist da nur grün hier erlaubt, oder?
Keine Ahnung, sind wir ja in der Umweltzone? Weiß ich nicht. Ich habe jetzt hier keinen Schild gesehen mit Umweltzone. Ist es bis zu unserem Endpunkt noch weit?
Falschparker aufschreiben.
Ernsthaft?
Ja,
Ja.
Doch.
Doch.
aber bei dir ist alles ordnungsgemäß.
Ja,
Der hier.
Ah, der steht auf dem Kannstein, ne? Auf der Straße.
Spielt keine Rolle. Der steht weniger als 5 Meter von der Kreuzung entfernt. Egal. Das sind weniger als 5 Meter von der Kreuzung entfernt.
Aha. Jungs, hört doch mal auf, die ganze Zeit hinterher zu laufen. Seit einer Stunde lauft ihr hinterher. Was soll denn das? Hast du erfasst oder was?
Ja.
Aber der steht jetzt an der Kreuzung, aber der darf an der Kreuzung stehen.
Nee. Die Schnittpunkte ist, wenn du das und das den Schnittpunkt gerade machst, der Schnittpunkt dürfte theoretisch irgendwo hier sein und hier von 5 Meter.
Also darf er da nicht parken.
Müsste ich mit dem Zollstock jetzt vermessen. Ich habe jetzt aber keine Lust, den Zollstock rauszunehmen. Aber
Wäre aber
gut.
legendär nochmal, wenn du den Zollstock rausholst, sag ich dir
Hast
ehrlich.
du auch recht, ja. Dann machen wir das.
Weil das ja das Arbeitswerkzeug und auch wenn man keine Lust zu hat, da muss auch mal der Zollstock rausgeholt
Dann
werden,
machen
sag
wir
ich dir ehrlich. Nee, das würde dich nicht von der Anzeige hindern, vom Anzeigenhauptmeister. Aber es geht um den roten. Der weiße steht ordnungsgemäß.
Welcher?
Der weiße.
Das vermesse ich jetzt gerade, ob der ordnungsgemäß steht. Da gucke ich jetzt gerade nach.
Kannst auch einen Zollstock holen und mitmessen.
Ja, das gerade hinzukriegen schwierig, aber sollte ungefähr machbar sein.
2 Meter.
Nee, darum geht es jetzt gerade gar nicht. Es geht darum, dass ich das gerade vermesse. Ich muss den Schnittpunkt finden. So. Das wäre theoretisch dann da.
So, muss auch kurz warten hier, das war wichtig.
Ja,
Was sagst du?
das sind 2 Meter. 4 Meter
20.
40. 4 Meter 40, also 60 Zentimeter zu wenig. Ja, 60 Zentimeter, also dann müsste ich jetzt schon ziemlich genau messen. Bei den
Das
60
ist, glaube ich, der
Zentimetern.
Aufwand nicht wert, oder?
Eigentlich nicht.
Nee.
Weil dann müsste ich wirklich sehr, sehr genau jetzt messen bei den 60 Zentimeter. Weil die 60 Zentimeter könnten jetzt ein Messfehler sein. Da müsste ich schon genauer messen. Theoretisch könnten die jetzt ein Messfehler werden.
Ob es dann das wirklich wert ist, ja, das.
kann halt ein Messfehler letztendlich sein. Das heißt, das kann die Behörde letztendlich einstellen wegen Messfehler.
Ja, das ist doch dann der Aufwand nicht wert. Dann fahren wir lieber weiter
Also
und
das
suchen
wirklich mit Laser und so weiter alles schön gerade.
Hast du Laser und sowas?
Nee, habe ich noch nicht. Das ist ein Riesenaufwand, das so genau zu vermessen. Da reicht
So,
die
komm, dann
Technik
gehen
leider
wir
jetzt nicht
weiter.
aus.
Bist doch mal mit dem blauen Auge weggekommen, du. So, haben wir hier noch einen oder was?
Mal gucken.
Steht er auf der Straße oder was? Boah, das ist ein schwieriger Fall. Ich würde sagen, das könnte man so noch durchgehen lassen, oder? Steht ja nicht hier.
Parken, ja, nee, ist eine Parkfläche.
Ja, ja. Ist jetzt nicht.
Darf man.
Ja. So, jetzt müssen wir mal kurz.
Tweety-063 spendet 10 Euro.
Ui.
Manchmal fehlen wichtige Zentimeter im Leben.
Ja, die richtigen Zentimeter fehlen bei mir
Ja.
auch. Gibt es noch irgendwelche letzten Worte für meine Livestream-Zuschauer?
Haltet euch alle an die Verkehrsregeln.
Gut, hat mich gefreut, kommt gut nach Hause.
Gut.
Ich kann verstehen, wenn einige kritisiert haben, dass ich mit Niklas, mit dem Anzeigenhauptmeister, einen Stream mache, obwohl ich ihn vorher so heftig kritisiert habe in meinen Reactions und ähnliches. Aber am Ende kann ich mich dann nur wiederholen, wenn ich das Gefühl habe, dass die Kombination nichtsdestotrotz eine gute Unterhaltung mir bzw. auch den Zuschauern gibt, dann bin ich immer cool für Projekte, auch in Situationen, wo ich vielleicht in der Vergangenheit mal mich kritisch zu geäußert habe oder gesagt habe, dass ich das nicht so gut finde. Insofern sehe ich da auch gar kein Problem. Wisst ihr, wie ich meine? Momentan kann ich euch auch wirklich sagen, dass mir auch zu Hause die Decke auf den Kopf fällt. Das sage ich euch so, wie es ist. Mir fällt wirklich die Decke auf den Kopf, weil ich von zu Hause nicht streame aktuell. Aber zum Ende des Monats sage ich euch so, wie es ist. Zum Ende des Monats wird wieder eine neue Option am Start sein. Werden wir wieder die Möglichkeit haben, auch zu streamen, auch Gaming-Content. Mir fehlt es so sehr, mich in mein Setup zu setzen und ein bisschen zu chillen und ein bisschen zu quatschen mit euch. Es ist nicht so, als wenn ich die letzten Wochen nur doof rumgesessen habe. Ich habe mich um andere Optionen gekümmert und ähnliches. Das kostet aber alles ein bisschen Zeit. Also es bleibt dabei. Ich werde nicht mehr von mir zu Hause aus streamen. Das ist auch in Stein gemeißelt. Morgen habe ich noch einen Product Placement Stream zusammen mit Elias, Trimax und Knossi. Da werden wir von Tops Packs öffnen, also Fußballkarten. Das wird auf jeden Fall passieren. Aber das werde ich auch nicht von zu Hause aus machen. Ich habe andere Optionen jetzt und werde in Zukunft oder zeitnah zum Idealfall zum Ende des Monats werde ich euch die neue Location zeigen. Und das neue Setup steht da dann. Ne? 200k Gaming-Keller für den Arsch. Das möchte ich auch noch mal ganz kurz sagen, lieber Livestream-Chat. Für die Leute, die das so ein bisschen kritisiert haben, beziehungsweise nicht kritisiert haben, gesagt haben, jo, 200k angezündet. Also prinzipiell habt ihr recht. Ich möchte dazu aber einfach noch mal betonen, dass ich den Gaming-Keller gesponsert bekommen habe und nur einen ganz kleinen Teil aus eigener Tasche bezahlt habe. Aber 90%, 95% des Gaming-Kellers wurde damals von einem Partner von mir gesponsert. Versteht ihr? Deswegen tut es mir persönlich nicht so weh. Wir machen jetzt Feierabend. Ich hätte unfassbar gerne noch weiter gestreamt. Ich hätte unfassbar gerne, wäre ich mit euch noch auf den Pfingstmarkt Buxtehude gegangen. Aber es regnet immer noch. Deswegen werde ich jetzt durchziehen. Also, bleibt gesund und munter. Yalla Habibi. Ciao, ciao.
Gets to see a different side
when I'm
of this
lying,
mysterious country. The beautiful beaches, for example.
The North Korea they don't show you.
The full refrigerators, where you can even find bananas.
Banana.
Or how beautiful the capital is, lit up at night. They show people strolling down the street, enjoying a beer in a bar, or snacking on fast food.
America, don't talk
The
shit,
good
otherwise...
All North Koreans have cars.
Videos like this one gain over 40 million views. The channels are supposedly run by locals, living in the beautiful DPRK, proud citizen of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. But wait a second, how can these channels even post their videos from North Korea?
Also in Nordkorea gibt es zwar ein Intranet und da gibt es auch diverse Apps und so weiter, also ganz hinterm Mond sind die nicht, aber die haben kein Internet.
This is Dr. Rüdiger Frank. He's a professor of East Asian Studies at the University of Vienna and has been studying North Korea for over 30 years. Ordinary citizens in North Korea don't have access to our normal internet. Only a few thousand of the 25 million inhabitants have this privilege.
Also letztlich so gut wie gar niemand.
And even those have only limited access. So it's very unlikely that an
So how do they
ordinary
get on the
citizen
porn
in
then?
North Korea would record these videos and post them online on TikTok. It makes you wonder Who is actually running these accounts? Anyone duped by these videos could probably spend some time improving their critical thinking skills. Luckily, there's an app that helps you do just that. Brilliant is an interactive learning A's account.
I'm Song Im from Pyongyang.
Chat,
I'm
no
11
joke,
years
chat.
old and 5th year in the primary
If I
school.
were to respond and be there, chat, guys, I'd be like a porn smuggler. I feel like you can make bank off of that. You go around with like a bunch of magazines in your jacket, and you're just selling it, dude. Like, make some money. No?
Her channel was founded in January 2022. With her videos, she wants to showcase what life is like in North Korea to her more than 30,000 curious foreign viewers.
Pyongyang, where I live, is a very beautiful
you
and
die, okay.
magnificent city. Have you ever been to Pyongyang? Well, if you come here, you'll be totally surprised because literally wherever you go, there are amusement parks.
Her content should probably have a certain feel-good quality, like this trip to a water park with her friend. In this episode, Song A takes us with her on her first day at a new school. Later, she takes us along on a trip to a children's hospital, but she's not there because she needs medical assistance.
However, my heart was pumping with the desire of going to the only children's hospital. Oh, how I wish I could stay here and play all day.
Song A's videos don't feel authentic. It's like she's reciting lines by heart.
As you can see, this is my school, Yusong Junior Middle School. Already I can feel that I have both time here for 3 years. Second, I have studied well and got a certificate.
Her movements seem studied.
I wish with all my little heart that you all, like us, would overcome these harsh difficulties.
She doesn't even seem like a
Sure
normal
will.
11-year-old. The fact that she speaks fluent British English is allegedly thanks to her mother. She taught it to Song A from a very young age. But Song A leaves out a few important details. She is not just any kid growing up in North Korea. She's the daughter of a North Korean diplomat. She spent part of her childhood in England. She's the granddaughter of the vice foreign minister and great-granddaughter of the former supreme military commander of North Korea. Her family belongs to the elite and is close to the ruling Kim family
That's the guy in the fucking montages, dude, with the fucking
of North Korea. Her family
It's the
belongs
guy
to
with
the elite.
it's the Max Rank guy. Look, chat. Look at his jacket. He says Max Rank in all divisions. Look at this shit. He's got all the achievements. It's insane.
elite and is close to the ruling
It's
Kim
the guy
family.
with the TikTok and
A media
montages.
company run by the North Korean state has allegedly been publishing content on social media platforms since 2017. According to research by the portal NK News, Song A is part of these propaganda productions, and her channel is just one of many. There's the YouTube channel Echo of Truth with Un A, which has since been deleted.
Hello, my dear friends. I wish this beautiful
What about on Twitter?
April day could cheer you up a little bit.
Or Olivia Natasha, Yumi Space DPRK Daily, also deleted.
And now, you might be wondering, the owners of this splendid new flat are, believe me or not, houses here are given to ordinary working people free of charge.
However, it's hard to say whether all of these accounts about North Korea are all state-sponsored propaganda. Zoe Discovers, for example, works for a British tourism company in China, Koryo Tours, and Yang Wai Shin, that offers trips to North Korea. In over 200 videos on her YouTube channel and on TikTok, she shows us the beautiful sides of the country. She visits North Korean festivals, goes skiing, or shows us how North Korean families live.
Are you happy to be going back to Pyongyang? Yeah.
According to her own statements, she does not receive anything in return for her content. It is not a propaganda account and not sponsored by the North Korean government. We were unable to verify this, however.
Gerade wenn die länger bestehen und wenn die professionell gemacht sind, kann man schon davon ausgehen, dass das mit Billigung des Staates passiert und das würde also für uns definitiv unter Propaganda fallen.
Oh, definitely.
So her content might be actively tolerated because it paints a favorable picture, even if she might produce it independently. North Korea loves propaganda, on state television, on giant screens projected onto hotel walls, or as action movies.
Rock.
Kim Jong-un was not democratically elected. His rule is based solely on ideology. Somehow, he has to legitimize that power.
Die Legitimation in solchen
these
Systemen
rockets are
wie
not
in
going anywhere,
Nordkorea
brother.
läuft
Bro.
in ganz wesentlichen Teilen über die Propaganda.
This applies both within and outside the country. Everything found on social media is propaganda meant for the outside world. Of course, because North Koreans don't have the internet. That content is primarily intended to prove how
Bro,
well
that shit's
the
not going
country
anywhere,
is
brother.
doing. Life in North Korea is supposedly not as miserable as the Western media make it out to be.
With Korea.
Quite the opposite. Just take a look. North Korea has great schools, hospitals, better fast food than McDonald's, and even banana. Just to be clear, the truth is that there is virtually no prosperity in North Korea. 60% of all North Koreans live in absolute poverty. It is one of the poorest countries in the world. These videos are aimed at people in the West, but according to Professor
Like
Frank,
South Korea, yeah,
also at
it's close by,
Japanese,
but-
Chinese, and above all, South Koreans. And depending on the target group, the aim of the propaganda on social media might differ. With regard to South Korea, there is a very specific, long-term goal: a united Korea in line with North Korean ideals.
Oh,
To do
hell
this,
no.
the North presents itself as strong and proud vis-a-vis the hostile South.
Yo, what the fuck are those? No, fuck no. Yo, Korea's been doing so good. They're chilling the fuck out, bro. They don't want none of that shit. They're advanced, disciplined and shit. They got good culture going. Also, what the fuck are these, man? What the fuck are those? Foldable stock AKs, bro? Oh my god.
Vis-a-vis the hostile
Yo,
South.
get the muskets out,
The regime
bro.
generally accuses the South of being the exact
What the
opposite.
fuck?
A richer but weaker country due to American influence. Not real Koreans, so to speak. North Korea, on the other hand, is the place to be for real Koreans in that logic. Of course, South Korea doesn't like this at all. There is a serious
Reliable
concern
gun,
that citizens will fall for this narrative and become receptive to the North Korean ideology. The country takes the propaganda on social media very seriously and blocks it for its own population.
Das heißt, wenn man in Südkorea irgendwo was Nordkoreanisches sehen will, geht das nicht. Da kommt sofort irgendwo eine ominöse Nachricht da auf den Screen und wenn man das zu oft versucht, kriegt man auch direkt mal eine Nachfrage vom südkoreanischen Geheimdienst. Was machst du da eigentlich?
Song-A's YouTube channel has been blocked in South Korea. YouTube has also deleted the channel for violating the company's guidelines.
What?
North Korea will probably try again. The propaganda often comes across as rather clumsy and flat, but social media is great for reaching a lot of people despite low production expenses. The homemade aesthetic of the videos blends in particularly well on TikTok. It is not surprising that videos about North Korea have captured so much attention. The country is completely isolated from the rest of the world. You rarely find out what everyday life is like for real citizens. When a video like this appears in the feed, a lot of people are captivated. It's unfortunate that this very desire to simply learn more about this strange place and its people is so strategically exploited and perverted, which is something that YouTubers luckily never do. The real North Korea continues to be largely withheld from us because a cruel regime has absolutely no interest in nuanced truth.
What the fuck? What guns are those, man? Chat, everybody knows a lot of guns. What the fuck are these? AK platform, but what kind? STG? RPK? What the fuck? It's like so old as shit. Interesting. And I think it comes with an AK. RPK. That's interesting. I like knowing and hear about guns, you know? I like the engineering and the parts and the minutia that comes with guns. I think it's cool. I think it's cool, you know? And think about all the history and everything. Forget all the guns and how people use them and shit like that. Just think about guns. Like they're like the most advanced things that we have to have, right? In order to, and especially at the time, like fight the wars and shit, you know? You have the better guns and shit, you kind of win. So everybody's trying to make the better guns and shit. It's kind of cool when you think about it. You know, they have to engineer the parts and do all the things. It's all like massive technology. It's kind of cool, you know?
Okay, here it comes. Yo, this is X on the
Yeah.
beat, yo.
Why'd
Okay.
you hear my voice as well?
That has.
Anyone knows that boy? I don't know, he's just so soy. Anyone knows that boy? I don't know, he's just so soy.
und Gleichberechtigung.
Mhm. Guck mal, da ist vegan und stabil. Da ist der Kollege, der mich gebannt hat. Him. Die Meinung zu diesem Thema macht ja aber nicht alleine die politische Ausrichtung eines Menschen aus. Okay.
Nee, sag ich
Also,
ja.
handelt
Ich
nicht
könnte
von mir,
meine
ne?
politische Ausrichtung gar nicht benennen, deswegen sage ich einfach links.
Ja. Ich habe gar keine Ahnung, was das ist, deswegen sage ich links, wird schon irgendwie passen. Ist mir zu kompliziert, wenn es da dann noch Abzweigungen gibt, deswegen, also wenn es dann irgendwie zwei Richtungen gibt, die eine, die finde ich so ein bisschen besser und dann da weiter, keine Ahnung, Mann. Irgendwas dann da in der Richtung.
Sage einfach links.
Gut. Mach ich auch, ne? Der hat nicht im Twitch-Namen Him. Nee, das ist so ein Add-on. Es gibt irgendwie so ein Twitch-Add-on, das könnt ihr euch alle runterladen. Und da könnt ihr selber eure Pronomen eintragen. Und wenn ich dieses Add-on dann auch habe, kann ich das einblenden und eure Pronomen stehen dann hinter eurem Username. Ich weiß nicht, ob das irgendwem von euch wichtig wäre. Ich betrachte euch einfach als geschlechtslose Namen im Chat. Ist mir scheißegal, wer ihr seid. Also manche haben es mir ja gesagt, manche schreiben dann so ich als Frau oder die haben dann so Fräulein oder so im Namen stehen. Und dann denkt man ja, okay, kann ich mir dann denken, wer das ist. Vielleicht stimmt's auch nicht. Aber ich meine, in so ein Add-on können die ja genauso gut falsche Pronomen reinschreiben. Ja, bitte. Ich weiß auch nicht, ob man selber welche ausdenken kann oder ob man es aus dem Dropdown kriegt. Oder ob da jeder selber sich einfach irgendwelche ausdenken kann.
Kurz vor dem Verzählung, ja, das ist eine gute Idee auf jeden Fall. True.
Okay, ja, geht's weiter um Rosenkohl oder geht's auch um mich?
Nur Dinge, die sich umsetzen lassen, indem wir den Kapitalismus loswerden.
Oh, Kapitalismus loswerden, da bin ich dabei. Also du hast gar kein Buch darüber gelesen, aber Kapitalismus auf jeden Fall trotzdem loswerden, auch wenn ich nicht weiß, warum.
Antidiskriminierungslinke, ja. Ist ja auch so. Also, die
Ja.
Sache ist ja, wenn du auch dann noch...
Rechtszend finde ich aber gut eigentlich. Ich bin ein Fan von dieser Art der Verneinung an so ein Wort, dieses N''T ranzuhängen, das finde ich eigentlich ganz cool. Ich bin rechtszend.
in Forderung gehst tatsächlich, wenn du jetzt in eine Forderung gehst, wo ich sage, Diskriminierungsabbau, Gleichberechtigungsaufbau, dann sind es ja auch alles Dinge, die...
Na, sowas.
Wir sind einfach nur fette, schwitzende Fans.
Das ist richtig so. Also ich denke immer so, man trifft die Leute ja nicht, man sitzt hier so ein bisschen im Internet, ich erzähle ein bisschen in so eine Kamera und in so ein Mikro, ne? Und dann gehe ich irgendwie durch die Stadt und dann denke ich, Alter, was ist das da hinten für ein gewaltiger, dicker, bärtiger, verkommener Mann? Und dann kommt er zu mir und sagt, ey, bist du nicht imp? Ich gucke jeden Stream. Nein, war Spaß, mach ich nicht. Mach ich nicht. Ich lästere immer nur über Leute, wo ich von weitem denke, so, der sieht so aus, als ob der mich eh nicht kennt. Na, das ist bisher jetzt noch nicht passiert. Das war jetzt, ich habe nur, also,
Ich habe nur einen Joke gemacht, auf jeden Fall.
Das war nicht witzig.
Aber also, viele meinen, na, sowas.
Wir sind einfach nur fette, schwitzende Fans.
Das ist richtig so. Also ich denke immer so, man trifft die Leute ja nicht, man sitzt hier so ein bisschen im Internet, ich erzähle ein bisschen in so eine Kamera und in so ein Mikro, ne? Und dann gehe ich irgendwie durch die Stadt und dann denke ich, Alter, was ist das da hinten für ein gewaltiger, dicker, bärtiger, verkommener Mann? Und dann kommt er zu mir und sagt, ey, bist du nicht imp? Ich gucke jeden Stream. Nein, war Spaß, mach ich nicht. Mach ich nicht. Ich lästere immer nur über Leute, wo ich von weitem denke, so, der sieht so aus, als ob der mich eh nicht kennt. Na, das ist bisher jetzt noch nicht passiert. Das war jetzt, ich habe nur, also,
Ich habe nur einen Joke gemacht, auf jeden Fall.
Das war nicht witzig.
Aber also, viele meiner Fans oder Zuschauer sind tatsächlich männlich. Ich weiß nicht wie viel Prozent, aber ich würde sagen so 90 oder so. 80, 90. Besonders die einen draußen ansprechen. Das sind da fast immer Männer. Manchmal sprechen mich bei Messen auch so Frauen an oder die kommen so zu zweit und der Mann labert mich an und die Frau lässt so durchklingen, dass sie mich auch kennt, aber die sind in der Öffentlichkeit oft so ein bisschen schüchterner, ne? Oder wenn du diese bei Instagram siehst, dann kannst du ja denken, okay, die Bilder sind wahrscheinlich nicht alle geklaut. Es sind tatsächlich Frauen, die sich das angucken, was ich hier mache, aber doch mehr Männer. Und vom Alter her würde ich sagen, eigentlich alle über 20. Ganz, ganz selten mal drunter. Und ja, so bei, ich würde die meisten schon eher so gehen, glaube ich, auf die 30 zu. Also viele sind auch schon so Ende 20, Anfang 30, manche auch ein bisschen älter. Auch manchmal Jüngere. Ne? Manchmal sprechen mich auch so 18-Jährige an oder so, aber das sind eigentlich so die Jüngsten. So wie ihr das kennt bei der Gamescom oder so, dass da beim Autogrammstand irgendwie so eine Gruppe 10-, 12-Jährige steht. So, das habe ich halt nicht, ne? Sondern es sind schon immer so Leute ungefähr mein Alter, ungefähr meine Statur, manche ein bisschen größer, manche ein bisschen dicker. Ja, aber eigentlich, also was sich durch die Bank weg abzeichnet, hauptsächlich männlich und hauptsächlich bärtig. Aber nicht alle, ne? Manche auch nicht. Auf die 40 zu. Ja, also alle gehen ja auf die 40 zu, manche halt nur schneller, ne? Hier bin Frau Ü50. Ja, davon gibt's auch ein paar, ne? Aber werde bald 40, aber bin gerne 29. Ich bin 73, das glaube ich dir nicht. Das ist doch hier wieder ein Scherzkeks in meinem Chat. Naja, gut. Wann geht's um mich wieder? Komme ich nochmal vor? Oder bin ich abgehandelt?
Denn vollends Gleichberechtigung werden wir in einer Welt,
vollends Gleichberechtigung,
die kapitalistisch ist, nicht erreichen.
Stimme ich zu. Also unironisch, stimme ich zu, ja.
Aber das Label linksradikal kann ich mir, glaube ich, ganz oft nicht aufplakatieren, weil ich immer so ein bisschen...
Ich traue mich dann doch nicht, ne? Bei radikal muss man dann vielleicht irgendwo mal ein bisschen Sand ins Getriebe streuen und da habe ich dann Angst, dass ich erwischt werde.
Ich habe dieses Bauchi immer,
Ja.
das grüne Bauchi in Anführungszeichen, dass ich halt schon immer denke, das ist nicht realistisch, es wird nicht passieren.
Das
Also suche ich dann
grüne
doch
Bauchi.
Kompromisse. Leider sind Kompromisse in dem System Kapitalismus meistens nicht erfolgsträchtig.
Mhm.
Weswegen ich auch allen recht gebe, eigentlich müssen wir das Ding sehr, sehr rigoros smashen.
Ja.
Und unsere Bequemlichkeit überwinden.
Ja. We got to take the power back! Rage Against the Machine, ja!
Jemand ist im Arbeiterkampf links, also Pseudolinks, also auf das Blumenbrett rechts positioniert.
Was?
Dark Water, was war das bezogen? Auf welche
Hab ich
Frage?
nicht verstanden.
Ist das linksliberal für dich? Oder was meinst du, Dark Water? Das ist ein cringes Label, weiß ich nicht, nee. Ich finde radikal für Menschenrechte ist eigentlich schon ein gutes Label.
Ich auch.
Sexwork ist ein Reizthema, ohne Frage.
Oh, hier,
Ja,
guck mal, hier ist mein Name wieder, hier. Es ging um Imp.
Definitiv.
Vielleicht will ich nochmal angesprochen.
Ah, also ist
Mucke.
also wenn ich dich richtig verstehe, Darkwater, Imp ist dann quasi, sobald es um Themen von Gleichberechtigung geht, ist er dann quasi eher auf die Narrative reingefallen mit die Woken sind selbst schuld an ihrem Problem oder so nach dem Motto?
Oh, das ist ja interessant. Das ist geil, ne? Wenn man so eine Selbstwahrnehmung hat von wegen, die anderen sind auf was reingefallen, ich nicht. Ich habe die Welt durchblickt. Ich habe die gute Ideologie. Die anderen haben eine Quatschideologie, weil die sind auf was reingefallen. Die sind alle verwirrt. Nicht ich. Das Blöde ist halt, dass der Verwirrte selber selten weiß, dass er verwirrt ist. Da denkt immer, nee, ich bin auf der richtigen Seite. Ich hab's verstanden. Ja, ihr anderen nicht. Also ich glaube ja auch, dass ich auf der richtigen Seite stehe, aber ich glaube, jeder denkt halt, dass er auf der richtigen Seite steht. Deswegen braucht man Dialektik. 13 Fragen gegenüberstellen. Ich finde das so, bum, bum, gehen sie alle nach vorne, nach hinten, dann kommt so ein Geräusch. Aber auf was also ich glaube nicht, dass die Woken selbst daran schuld sind, was ihnen passiert, sondern ich glaube, Woke wurden oft gebullshittet und verarscht von Leuten und deswegen leiden da sehr viele Leute drunter und nicht nur sie selber. Also man sieht es bei sehr vielen Wokies, dass die werden woke und ein Jahr später sind die in Therapie. Ihr könnt das im Speedrun bei Leuten wie Random Kai sehen. Ja, du wokest dich einmal und ein Jahr später bist du völlig im Eimer.
Is this what you mean? Ist das, was Lars auch dann quasi meinte mit verteidigt rechte Narrative?
Ja, wäre halt cool, wenn man mal wüsste, welche.
Oder reproduziert rechte
Vor allem auch, es gibt ja viele Linke, die Wokies ablehnen oder Wokeness und es gibt Rechte, die das ablehnen. Man ist jetzt nicht immer jeweils das, was man einem zuordnet. Ne? Ich kann ja ein Linker sein, der Wokeness ablehnt und weil Leute denken, Wokeness ablehnen, rechts. So, jetzt willst du sagen, da fliegt ein Lebewesen, das muss wohl ein Vogel sein. Und dann gucke ich rüber und sage, nope, ich bin eine Fledermaus. Nur weil ich fliege, bin ich doch kein Vogel.
Narrative. Also ich weiß nur, die Problematik bei Sexwork in linken Kreisen ist immer, du hast die eine Seite, ich sag mal, du hast zwei Seiten, du hast eine, die rigoros dafür ist, Selbstbestimmung durchzusetzen. Das heißt auch, dass Sexwork existieren darf und soll und legal
Selbstbestimmung heißt ja vielleicht auch, dass da keiner reingezwungen wird.
sein muss.
Aha.
Dem entgegensteht eine linke Seite mit einem sehr starken Opferfokus, die Sexwork abolishen möchte.
Ja. Da gehöre ich dazu, aber Kirchhoff hat ja gesagt, dass er den Opferfokus hat und deswegen das nicht abolischen möchte. Ach so.
Einfach, weil sie sagt, im kapitalistischen System kann Sexwork nie so funktionieren, dass Leute wirklich selbstbestimmtes ausüben können.
Da bin ich, ja. Auf der Seite stehe ich und also das ist deutlich neutraler dargestellt, als Kirchhoff das gemacht hat. Ja, Kirchhoff war ja bei, ihr wollt diesen Leuten die Lebensgrundlage wegnehmen. Das ist ja nicht so, ne? Ich will, dass denen geholfen wird. Ich will, dass man denen nicht sagt, so, du hast jetzt die Wahl, Madame. Entweder in Armut leben oder vielleicht sogar abgeschoben werden, weil vielleicht kein Bleiberecht, oder du lässt dich hier in irgendeiner Ranzwohnung bumsen den ganzen Tag und dann kannst du dir vielleicht auch mal was Nettes kaufen. Ich glaube, Karl hatte mir was in den Chat geschrieben, ich habe es seitdem nicht mehr nachgeprüft, dass 18% der deutschen Prostituierten nur eine deutsche Staatsbürgerschaft haben und die anderen irgendwo in Osteuropa in den Bus gesetzt werden, dann kommen die hier irgendwo unter, wo auch immer. Ne? Manchmal ist es ja einfach irgendeine verranzte alte Wohnung oder so, wo man dann selber irgendwie so eine Klingel an der Außenwand klebt und dann steht da irgendwie hier die geile Lady fragt nach Name XY steht oder so, dann kann man da reingehen, die bumsen und die Kohle steckt sich der Zuhälter ein und kann die ganze Zeit bedrohen. Ne? Das ist die eine Variante. Oder dass die halt gar keinen Ausweis haben. Sowas gibt's ja, ne? Dass man denen das wegnimmt oder so. Und dann gibt's halt, vielleicht gibt es 3 Prostituierte in Deutschland, die das voll gerne machen und die fair bezahlt werden und die einen deutschen Pass haben und die einfach sagen, das ist übelst geil. Aber ich möchte die Leute halt nicht vor die Wahl stellen, dass man sagt, entweder Armut/Abstieg.
spreads out of control. Panic that became the norm. Out of fear a child is born. Only calm was in the storm. Faith in stars I can't afford. Time passed by and brought me more. Yet I'm weaker than before. Learned some more and lost some more, but I know less than before. And on stage I am up, and I hold my face to floor. Guns on the edge of the blade. To do a raid on the rave. We burn some sage just in case. Toxic waste to the face. We in V6 is no place. We burn it through the terrain. Fuck what it is, doesn't hit. I got so rich off the spit. I'll pose a pig, now you're pissed. I'll put your friends on the list. I'll pay you rent for your lid. Take care of you when you're sick. I'll throw myself in the ditch. I'll let myself if you wish. Crawling in the sewer with an axe. Dark in the windows on the whip. Let's ride. Alligator shoes, everything reptile. Only I can talk about the night is mine. Searching for destruction on the blue street lights. Hoodie on my head, sunglasses, dress shoes tied. See so many friends that's straight from the line. Baby, is it fine? Pushing still doing lines. It's bad, even on a paradise island. I'm in hell in my mind, even when I'm smiling. Just know that I'm fighting. Though I'm sick, yeah I know. Just keep it on the low.
Dying in the field by my loan. I pushed up on the car and hear it wrong. I got rats in my pocket for that phone. With the game, know we fly, they no drone. I'm with the game, don't no foes, hella slow on. I'm with twin, locked in, that my clone. Me and Blaze start the scene like some cars. Take them through the sweetest woods, they gon' know. Pop out with my game through the tree like some creases. KCS team, even bloody wing bleaches. Hero cool screeches, bloody like some leashes. Crawl with us, start the scene, then we get the peeking. Crawl with us, start the scene, then we get the peeking. For real though. They get real glorious.
Twice surprised, half alive and sleep deprived. Nothing worse but sleep don't hurt. Dirty life, baptized in dirt. In my soul a growing hole. Void that spreads out of control. Panic that became the norm. Out of fear a child is born. Only calm was in the storm. Faith in stars I can't afford. Time passed by and brought me more. Yet I'm weaker than before. Learned some more and lost some more, but I know less than before. And on stage I am up, and I hold my face to floor. Guns on the edge of the blade. To do a raid on the rave. We burn some sage just in case. Toxic waste to the face. We in V6 is no place. We burn it through the terrain. Fuck what it is, doesn't hit. I got so rich off the spit. I'll pose a pig, now you're pissed. I'll put your friends on the list. I'll pay you rent for your lid. Take care of you when you're sick. I'll throw myself in the ditch. I'll let myself if you wish. Crawling in the sewer with an axe. Dark in the windows on the whip. Let's ride. Alligator shoes, everything reptile. Only I can talk about the night is mine. Searching for destruction on the blue street lights. Hoodie on my head, sunglasses, dress shoes tied. See so many friends that's straight from the line. Baby, is it fine? Pushing still doing lines. It's bad, even on a paradise island. I'm in hell in my mind, even when I'm smiling. Just know that I'm fighting. Though I'm sick, yeah I know. Just keep it on the low.
Dying in the field by my loan. I pushed up on the car and hear it wrong. I got rats in my pocket for that phone. With the game, know we fly, they no drone. I'm with the game, don't no foes, hella slow on. I'm with twin, locked in, that my clone. Me and Blaze start the scene like some cars. Take them through the sweetest woods, they gon' know. Pop out with my game through the tree like some creases. KCS team, even bloody wing bleaches. Hero cool screeches, bloody like some leashes. Crawl with us, start the scene, then we get the peeking. Crawl with us, start the scene, then we get the peeking. For real though. They get real glorious.
was du auf keinen Fall willst, oder dich bumsen lassen und dann ist das sich bumsen lassen das geringere Übel und man verarscht die dann noch und sagt hier, du musst hier den Raum und das Bett und alles musst du mieten und den Zuhälter musst du mieten und ne, dann schön Abgaben und dann denkst du am Anfang, okay, ich kann hier am Tag 500 Euro machen, in der Praxis machst du dann am Tag 50 Euro, weil sie alles wegziehen. Ne? Da bin ich kein Fan von. Deswegen glaube ich nicht, dass das so sehr selbstbestimmt ist, wie man das gerne mal erzählt.
Oh, das ist ein guter Punkt. Das müssen wir nochmal wiederholen, den Sinn. Ich wollte noch mal mit denen reden, tatsächlich. Gut, dass du es sagst.
Okay. Dein Gespräch mit Jill, das habe ich mitbekommen. Das Gespräch und den beiden SexworkerInnen, das habe ich mitbekommen. Eine von denen war Domina. Das ist ja auch nochmal was anderes, ne, wenn du selber mit der Peitsche auf wen haust und nicht selber in dich eingeführt wird. Das macht ja nochmal einen Unterschied. Und die andere war, glaube ich, eine Edel-Escort oder zumindest mindestens eine Escort. Ne? Also die kannst du buchen, sie kommt dann zu dir, sie geht mit dir auf ein Event und danach wird dann vielleicht, geht man vielleicht ins Bett, aber vielleicht sogar auch nicht, soweit ich das verstanden habe. Das ist nicht repräsentativ für die ganzen, die in irgendwelchen Bordellen oder Wohnwagen sitzen. Mit denen kannst du aber vermutlich keinen Podcast machen, weil die sich in der Öffentlichkeit nicht mit ihrem Gesicht zeigen wollen und weil die teilweise auch nicht gut Deutsch können. Ne? Weil die, wie gesagt, irgendwo in Osteuropa in den Bus gesteckt werden.
Ja. Und ich bin persönlich auf der Selbstbestimmungsseite, was Sexwork angeht.
Mhm.
Ich bin mir aber auch sehr, 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 sehr gut im Klaren, dass kapitalistische Systeme und vor allem auch Sexwork Arbeitgeber
Schritt weiter
ein
als
großes
Kürtschow,
Problem
ne?
sind.
Ja.
Also die Problematik ist für mich...
Guck mal, da ist jemand deutlich reflektierter als die Kürtschow-Seite.
Ist Sexwork etwas, das definitiv immer legal sein sollte. Ein Beruf, den Leute ausüben sollen dürfen.
Es kommt halt drauf an, ne? Was ist denn Sexwork? Seine Piste und seine Socken verkaufen, Fotos bei OnlyFans hochladen, bisschen Pornos machen, bisschen Escort, Domina. Das ist alles auch der Part von Sexwork. Den finde ich ein bisschen komisch, aber da habe ich kein Problem mit. Kann ihr gerne machen. Mein Problem ist halt diese große Anzahl von Leuten, die in irgendwelchen Bordellen sitzen muss. Die sind auch teilweise, manchmal sind sie ein bisschen schicker, manchmal ein bisschen weniger. Ich bin schon öfter an solchen vorbeigegangen, man erkennt die ja auch ganz gut. Ne, manchmal hast du ja auch wirklich welche, die sind einfach irgendein altes, verranztes Wohnhaus und man fährt irgendwie auf der Landstraße und fährt dann an so Wohnwagen mit irgendeinem roten Lämpchen in der Scheibe dran vorbei oder sowas. Boah, das ist gruselig, ne? Hier wird gesagt, Marvin Wildecke hat doch so Straßenprostituierte interviewt, waren in Sexkinos in Kabinen 10 Minuten für 20 Euro. Aber da kannst du dann nur gucken, oder? Wenn die in so Kabinen sind, dann, das ist so Peepshow, ne? Die tanzen da irgendwie auf so einer Plattform rum und dann kannst du da irgendwie Geld reinmachen und dann geht da so eine Wand hoch und du kannst da reinschauen, ne? Nee, da wurde geblasen. Oh. Ah, okay. Also dann macht man da seinen Schwanz durch so ein Loch oder so, oder geht man mit denen richtig in so einen richtigen Raum, mit denen gemeinsam? Boah, nee. Das kannst du Leuten doch nicht zumuten, dass du sagst, hier für 20 Euro von wem anders einen Pimmel in den Mund nehmen. Das macht doch keiner gerne. Das macht jemand, der diese 20 Euro wirklich, wirklich braucht. Das macht man nicht, wenn man es über hat. Genauso wie man auch als Millionär nicht mehr schwarz fahren muss. Oder, ne, also das machen wirklich nur Leute, die es richtig nötig haben. Und dann zu sagen, das ist selbstbestimmt, wer da irgendwie für 20 Euro oder so sowas macht, ja, der macht das in der Regel nicht gerne, sondern der denkt einfach, scheiße, ich habe einen Schuldenberg, ich habe noch irgendwie Kosten, die mir auf mich zukommen, ich muss die irgendwie bezahlen, ich habe vielleicht keine Ausbildung oder so, geht nicht besser, ich brauche dieses Geld und das kann ich immerhin, auch wenn ich es nicht mag, aber dann betäubt man sich mit irgendwelchen Drogen oder sowas und lässt es über sich ergehen, aber das ist doch nicht irgendwie selbstbestimmt und man macht das doch nicht gerne, also das kann mir doch keiner erzählen.
Und wählen dürfen, also Sexwork is Work.
Google mal Flatrate-Bordelle, dann siehst du, wie scheiße das alles ist. Ja, kannst du dir ja vorstellen. Dann gehst du da ja auch rein und sagst, ich habe hier ja bezahlt, ich habe jetzt ein Anrecht da drauf, ne? Ihr habt ja gesehen, bei Kürtschow und Co., dann sagen die was von selbstbestimmt und man kann sich die Kunden aussuchen und so weiter. Da hätte ich jetzt einfach nur mal die Frage, wenn ich mir die Kunden aussuchen darf, angenommen, ich arbeite da und ich weiß, ich muss ein gewisses Pensum an Geld reinkriegen jeden Monat, um meine ganzen Kosten zu decken, ja? Vielleicht ist Monatsende und ich habe nicht so viel geschafft vielleicht. Ja, ich muss auf jeden Fall an das Geld kommen. So, man sagt, ich bin jetzt vielleicht 200 Euro im Minus. So. Und dann kommen so ein paar Kunden. Ich habe vielleicht noch eine Woche, um an ein paar hundert Euro zu kommen. Und ich würde dann bei allen Kunden, die mir nicht gefallen, sagen, na, der nicht, der auch nicht. Der, vielleicht, aber der da hinten, nee, der auch nicht, der auch nicht, der auch nicht. Kann ich mir das erlauben? Geht das? Glaub nicht, oder? Ich glaube, da muss man dann schon öfter mal sagen, ich finde den schon ziemlich eklig, aber naja, gut, ne? Ich muss ja irgendwie die Schulden bezahlen, dann komm, los geht's. Auch wenn man da gar keinen Bock drauf hat, ne? Also, so einfach ist es nicht. Von wegen, hier bieten sich mir 100 Kunden an und ich suche mir nur den aus, den ich am besten finde. Das ist nicht so in der Realität. Nee, die brauchen die Kohle und die nehmen dann eher mehr Kunden als weniger.
Wir brauchen einfach nur rigoros Reformen in anderen Systemen. Wir brauchen vor allem einen Armutsabbau, damit Leute wirklich nur selbstbestimmt in Sexwork gehen.
Ja.
Einen viel stärkeren Kampf gegen Menschenhandel.
100% dabei. Ne? Wenn du die Armut erst eliminierst, dann da hängen ganz viele andere Probleme mit dran, die dann mit verschwinden. True. Bin ich voll dabei.
Und was ganz wichtig für mich wäre ist, denn selbst wenn wir den Menschenhandel wegknallen, selbst wenn wir Armut größer bekämpfen, wird es immer wieder zu Problemen kommen im Sinne von SexworkerInnen haben einen Arbeitgeber, der nicht sie selbst sind. Also zum Beispiel in einem Bordell.
Ja.
So. Und diese Arbeitgeber...
Selbstbestimmt, ne? Wenn der Bordellbetreiber sagt, was zu tun
wollen
ist.
natürlich irgendwo gewisserweise auch Sicherheiten haben im kapitalistischen System und Verträge haben. Und die Problematik ist dann, ich glaube, das war zuletzt ein Gesetz.
Danke sehr, Dex. Danke für dein Prime. Quokka Love.
Kleiner als 3.
Im Quok kleiner als 3, ja richtig. Ich hab Quokkas auch lieb. Sind Hammer.
In Belgien oder so, ich muss nochmal nachgucken, dass jetzt dort verschriftlicht...
Ey, das ist doch von Zelda, das ist doch Gerudo Valley, was da im Hintergrund läuft.
wurde, SexworkerInnen dürfen nur 6-mal Sex ablehnen, so nach dem Motto. Und das geht halt gar nicht. Für mich ist quasi...
Ja, was ist denn, wenn Kürtschow dann 7-mal vorbeikommt und du nur 6-mal ablehnt? Entschuldigung, Kürtschow macht sowas nicht. Entschuldigung, ich distanziere mich davon.
Für mich ist elementar wichtig bei Sex Work is Work, dass SexworkerInnen komplett selbstbestimmt als ihr eigener Chef das Ganze machen können. Oder dass eine Gesetzeslage...
In einer anderen Verkleidung. Ich bin Kritschko. Mit so einem angeklebten Schnauzer.
Schaffen wird, in der ArbeitgeberInnen die Arbeit für SexworkerInnen geben, wie so ein Bordell, nicht solche...
Ich habe nur einen Joke gemacht, auf jeden Fall.
Das war nicht witzig.
Befugnisse erhalten.
Aber ich bin an der falschen Seite, ne? Da muss ich hin.
Auf arbeitsrechtlicher Seite das Recht erhalten, die Selbstbestimmung der SexworkerInnen, die für sie arbeiten, einzuschränken.
Genau.
Das ist halt das Ding.
Das ist das Ding.
Laufhäuser.
Ja.
Das sind die, wo man einfach nur Räume mietet, ne?
Das ist die, wo man läuft. Das ist Fitnessstudio. Das ist ein Fitnessstudio, aber es gibt nur Laufbänder. Gibt keine Gewichte. Das ist ein großes Laufband auf dem Boden. Da müssen alle zusammen rennen. Schön wär's, ne?
Die stehen quasi um die Räumlichkeitenbereich.
Ja. Auf den Knien laufen, ja.
Ja gut, aber die argumentieren da quasi.
Auf allen Vieren laufen, während dir ein Kunde im Arsch drin steckt. So kann man da laufen.
Die argumentieren, ich als Arbeitgeber habe ein Interesse, dass meine ArbeitnehmerInnen...
Arbeitnehmer, Arbeitgeber ist auch ein schöner Euphemismus, ne? Der Arbeitgeber ist großzügig, der gibt was ab. Und der Nehmer, der kann sich glücklich schätzen, dass er was nehmen darf. Der Arbeitgeber bestückt den Tisch, wie beim Buffet, mit ganz vielen Arbeitsplätzen. Und der Arbeitnehmer, der nimmt sich eins davon und macht sich dann einen Lenz. Ne? So funktioniert das. Nun gut. Machen wir aus? Ist da noch was drin? Weiß ich nicht. Komme ich da noch mal vor?
Das nicht.
Ich glaube nicht mehr, ne?
Eben das.
Ich bin jetzt fertig, jetzt geht's ums Bumsen. Zuhälter. Ich stand ja eben noch mal im Chat, aber ich bin fertig jetzt, ne?
Zur Entwicklung von...
Ja, von meiner Seite aus Grüße. Ne, es war ja doch eigentlich ehrlich und sympathisch. Es zeigt ein bisschen die Mechanismen in diesen Chats. Weil ich kannte auch manche von den Namen schon. Ne? Manchmal, es gibt so gewisse User bei Twitch, die siehst du sehr oft. Die sind teilweise in mehreren Streams gleichzeitig, dann hoppen die mal von hier nach da. Manchmal werden die von einem Stream in anderen geradet oder sowas. Ne? Also ich habe das ja schon öfter mitbekommen, wenn mir Leute sagen, ey, hier wird im Stream über dich geredet, guck mal rein, so, dann gucke ich da rein und dann wird in einem anderen Stream über mich geredet und dann sehe ich da immer die gleichen, ne? Vegan und stabil ist bei jedem von denen Mod. Ja, wusste ich nicht. Den Namen kannte ich jetzt noch nicht, aber also Brave New World habe ich schon öfter mal gelesen. Und es gibt auch noch so ein paar andere Leute, die sieht man häufiger mal. Also auch, als ich damals das Shoutout bekommen habe von Alicia Joe bei dem Disney-Video, da haben ja auch, glaube ich, irgendwie 4, 5 von denen das geguckt. Und dann hat sie gesagt, Imp hat auch ein Video gemacht, ist cool, könnt ihr gucken. Und die haben alle gesagt, nein, das nicht gucken. Nicht das von Imp gucken. Und Leute so, warum? Ja, weil der ist schlimm. Warum ist der schlimm? Ja, also, ja, ne? Und dann kannst du da im Chat mitlesen, wie dann Leute gesagt haben, what the fuck, dem gibt sie ein Shoutout, nicht dieser Typ. Und das waren aber immer die gleichen. Die waren bei Thunderrock, die waren bei Finessi, die waren bei, wer war das noch hier? Einfach so, Nina hieß noch eine. Und ne, bei denen wurde ich aber allen gezeigt, so. Ich habe mir dann die Clips angeschaut und da in den Chat geschuckt. Es waren immer die gleichen. Immer die gleichen Leute, die gesagt haben, ja, nee, nicht den gucken, der ist scheiße. Das ist schon interessant, ne? Die Bubble, die macht sich ein bisschen größer, als sie ist, glaube ich, mit diesen Raid-Ketten und mit den Usern, die in allen Channels Mods sind und sowas. Die User bei mir im Chat sind vegan und instabil. Na gut, vielleicht kannst du ja die Stabilität noch aufbauen. Danke sehr. Don Luigi #1 für dein Prime. Ich mach jetzt aus. Tschüss.
And so I don't like talking to people who want to be right. And Destiny wants to be right.
Also, a massive thanks to Hallow. Okay, I'm gonna expose Jordan Peterson. If Destiny becomes involved with the show in any way, I won't be able to keep watching. I've been a massive H3 fan for years, but platforming that piece of be a deal breaker for me. And if someone posts critiques about him, his cult minions will brigade the post and comment stuff like, when did Destiny say that? He never said that, he actually said this. They're worst.
Wait, what? Stick to your gaming, Destiny. You're not a stick to your gaming and shut the like.
Is he crying?
You don't kill every single slave owner after slavery. You get destiny. We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and.
Unfortunately for him, there are people that can read his lips.
We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and. It would be so easy.
Is this guy banned? Did they ban him?
Nope.
Let me see if they did.
Hello?
Clips no longer available.
Hello?
No?
Hi.
That's crazy. If they don't ban this guy...
Everybody wave at Asmongold. Hello? Hello? We're still here.
And you shouldn't be. You should have 100% got banned. Like, the fact that this guy isn't banned is a disgrace. This is the one positive thing that I can keep in mind with a person like this, is that he will f up again, and eventually he will push it over the line, even for Twitch. I can guarantee that, like, this is not the last time that this person is going to say something stupid.
Boys, let's check what's going on Twitch.
This is a cracker take.
About whether that's worthwhile?
Take.
Oh, no, that's not my jam.
30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear?
Oh, hell no.
That's what you get. When you don't murder every single slave owner, you get destiny.
How about a little gardening? Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Those, if you are more upset about an ideological term used not just against Cubans, or definitely not used against all Cubans at all, okay? And simply use the...
just a slur against some Cubans. What the fuck? Technically it's South Americans, but...
And simply used against those who are in collaboration with the American government, oftentimes slavers, or oftentimes those who were...
Blood, you've already started off by saying, like, yeah, against Cuban. Like, you're already down the racial slur rabbit hole, which is fine. If you want to use them, then, I mean, more power to you, my bro. But, like...
advocates for the prior dictatorship in Cuba, if you want to talk about...
Nobody knows this. Nobody gives a fuck about this, my dude. There are no second-generation Cuban immigrants that are defenders of Batista. What the fuck are you talking about? Step out of your house. Meet a Hispanic person who's more than just the fucking cleaning guy at your Equinox gym. If you even have one anymore. There might be even more exclusive private gyms now in West Hollywood, but holy shit.
Dictatorship.
Nobody thinks this in real life. There is no group of Hispanic people. There's no group of Venezuelans or Cubans that are talking about how much they fucking love Batista. This doesn't happen.
For the prior dictatorship in Cuba, if you want to talk about Cuba, the Batista dictatorship, that, if you have an issue with that statement, if you have an issue with that what you call slur, which it is not, it is a pejorative for sure.
Oh my
then
God.
ultimately you have to, you know, reckon with all.
Is he gonna? Oh, he's not. I thought he was gonna bring Cracker to this. He's gonna make it even dumber, isn't he?
All of the, you know, obvious instances of white supremacist racism that's coming from said community.
What is our white supremacist racism? He hates Taven so much he's willing to create new schools of philosophy to reconcile using a pejorative.
If you are more.
Destiny's approach to Jordan Peterson still paid dividends. I heard Destiny in a recent video get triggered about how despite going to great lengths in the Peterson and Owens debate to not anger them, they still ended up highly triggered over those conversations, so that it isn't worth having a more general approach in debate scenarios, but I'd agree. In real debate scenarios, but I disagree. I think the obsession over optics on Twitter is regarded, but it's worth pointing out that on Peterson's channel, the video had an overwhelmingly positive reception of the comments. The contrast to Peterson's unhinged demeanor and commentary contrasted with Destiny's precision and calmness, produced one of the best debate performances I've seen him deliver, and I don't think going harder would have done him well. Most mainstream commentary was also very positive about Randall Peterson. I think he did so well, in fact, that the comment section on the recent video where Peterson expressed disdain to Destiny seems to be filled with a lot of disappointment. Oh, wait, really?
I've heard you say you're not confrontational by nature. Is that what you said?
I don't know what this Pints with Aquinas channel is. I also don't know how much this comment section has been brigaded by my own fan base. I felt like Jordan was fighting a stereotype of a far-left progressive in his head instead of Destiny. It made the debate more aggressive than it needed to be at points where there was no need for it. Destiny was pretty stoic. Based. Jordan came across as angry for being questioned. Peterson yelled and got angry each time before Destiny chose to. I think this is projection in its finest form. That's weird because Jordan Peterson definitely came across as easily the more aggressive one in that podcast.
Nothing worse but sleep don't hurt. Dirty life, baptized in dirt. In my soul a growing hole. Void that spreads out of control. Panic that became the norm. Out of fear a child is born. Only calm was in the storm. Faith in stars I can't afford. Time passed by and brought me more. Yet I'm weaker than before. Learn some more and lost some more. But I know less than before. And on stage I am up. And I hold my face to floor. Guns on the edge of the blade. To do a raid on the rave. We burn so sage just in case. Toxic waste to the face. We in V6 is no place. We burn it through the terrain. Fuck what it is, does it hit? I got so rich off the spit. I'll pose a plea, now you're pissed. I'll put your friends on the list. I'll pay you rent for your list. Take care of you when you're sick. I'll throw myself in the ditch. I'll let myself if you wish. Crawling in the sewer with an axe. Suicide. Dark in the windows on the whip. Let's ride. Alligator shoes, everything reptile. Only I can talk about the night is mine. Searching for destruction on the blue street lights. Hoodie on my head, sunglasses, dress shoes tied. See so many friends that's straight from the line. Baby, is it fun? The ship's still doing lines. It's bad. Even on a paradise island. I'm in hell in my mind. Surprise, half alive and sleep deprived. Nothing worse but sleep don't hurt. Dirty life, baptized in dirt. In my soul a growing hole. Void that spreads out of control. Panic that became the norm. Out of fear a child is born. Only calm was in the storm. Faith in stars I can't afford. Time passed by and brought me more. Yet I'm weaker than before. Learn some more and lost some more. But I know less than before. And on stage I am up. And I hold my face to floor. Guns on the edge of the blade. To do a raid on the rave. We burn so sage just in case. Searching for destruction on the blue street lights. Hoodie on my head, sunglasses, dress shoes tied. See so many friends that's straight from the line. Baby, is it fun? But shit, still doing lines. It's bad, even on a paradise island. I'm in hell in my mind, even in a twice surprised, half alive and sleep deprived. Nothing worse but sleep don't hurt. Dirty life, baptized in dirt. In my soul a growing hole, void that spreads out of control. Panic that became the norm. Out of fear a child is born. Only calm was in the storm. Faith in stars I can't afford. Time passed by and brought me more, yet I'm weaker than before. Learned some more and lost some more, but I know less than before. And on stage I am up, and I hold my face to floor. Guns on the edge of the blade, to do a raid on the raid. We burn some sage just in case. Toxic waste to the face. 3 in V6 is no place. We burn it through the terrain. Fuck what it is, does it hit? I got so rich off the spit. I'll post a pic, now you're pissed. I'll put your friends on the list. I'll pay you rent for your hit. Take care of you when you sick. I'll throw myself in the ditch. I'll let myself if you wish. Crawling in the sewer with an axe. Suicide. Dark in the windows on the whip. Let's ride. Alligator shoes, everything reptile. Only I can talk about the night is mine. Searching for destruction on the blue street lights. Hoodie on my head, sunglasses, dress shoes tied. See so many friends that's straight from the line. Baby, is it fun? But shit, still doing lines. It's bad, even on a paradise island. I'm in hell in my mind, even in a smiling. Just know that I'm fighting. Though I'm sick, yeah I know. Just keep it on the low.
Dying a little fed up by my loans. I pushed up on the car and hear it wrong. I got racks in my pocket for that phone. With the game, know we fly, them a drone. I'm with the game, don't know phones, hella so long. I'm with twin, locked in, that my clone. Me and Blaze started singing like some cars. Take them through the sweetest woods, they gon' know. Pop out with my gang through the tree like some creases. Sing the bloody wing of leashes. Hero cool screeches, bloody like some leashes. Crowd start the scene, then we get the beacon. Crowd start the scene, then we get the beacon. For real though. They get real glorious.
lost visitor from Earth entered my world. Now it's your turn to feel that pain. The gates are open. Anger, hate, fear, chaos, darkness, evil, hell. The gates are open. Gate 1, darkness, the world of demons. Look around you. They're everywhere. Gate 2, my guards are watching you. Gate 3, only evil lives here. Gate 4, there's no way out. Gate 5, feel the fire. Gate 6, pick up your weapons and fight. 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 And dance with the devil. Fight me again. Fight. Fight. And dance with the devil.
estrellas. Marte, Venus, Mercurio, Júpiter, Neptuno, Urano, Saturno. Eternity.
Destiny had kid gloves on and was very respectful in his pushback. This is a Destiny fan. The kid gloves comment is probably... Didn't that conversation have like over a million fucking views? What did that end up at on his channel? Damn, 3.1 million views.
If you think about...
What do his videos normally get? Wait, is this him talking to Russell Brand?
You know, this is a... He's at... And he hits the rock. It's a force. Do you think that's all of that productivity?
Damn, I got a lot of views on this channel. Holy shit. Oh, this is a big one. The Brutal Reality of the Middle East. 1.6 million views. Jesus. Wait, I don't understand. How can you be so... Oh, I didn't see this one either. This is a big one. 2 million for Brett Cooper. Does politics just draw in more views? Well, no. Excuse me. I bring the views, mother. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 4 is 36. So he got 10.5 million views across 36 videos, and he got 3.1 million views in our one video, and this is the conversation he doesn't want to have again. What the fuck? That's... That's what I mean when I say I don't know if most people are grifters. I think people follow their emotions pretty closely. That's such a bizarro fucking thing to me. When did he say that?
If you think...
I thought he said that in this conversation. Didn't he say, I don't think I want to talk to this person again because he's...
I've heard you
too focused on being right.
Say you're not confrontational by nature. Is that what you said? Or you don't enjoy...
Yeah, well, I'm an agreeable person. I wouldn't have been a clinician
So this is
otherwise.
remarkable to me because you do go on the offensive when you feel like someone's attacking you, which is, of course, what you should do, I think, in moderation. You did this recently with that fella Destiny.
Yeah.
I mean, that was fun to watch. And I thought the two of you... It was an excellent exchange, but you seem to have no trouble calling people out and getting a...
Yeah, well, just because I'm agreeable doesn't mean I'm an idiot. You know, and there is a distinction there. And it's been something I've wrestled with my whole life because I was a peaceable and agreeable child.
Okay.
And I grew up in a relatively rough town and with relatively rough people. And I had to learn to hold my own. And that was I skipped a grade, so I was young and small in my class. That also put me at a disadvantage, especially athletically. And my friends were like tough kids. And you had to learn to defend yourself, and I could defend myself verbally.
Okay.
So,
So as an agreeable person, did you have to learn how to, you know, be disagreeable?
Definitely.
Have it be uncomfortable, but just keep going anyway.
Yeah, I learned that all the time. Every agreeable person has to learn that. I mean, that's partly what you do as a therapist. One of the things that, one of the reasons people come for psychotherapy is because they're depressed or anxious. That's very common.
Yeah.
The other most common reason is for so-called assertiveness training. Right? People don't know how to stand up for themselves. Well, those are agreeable people. You know, they're other-centered and maternal in some fundamental sense. And the problem with that is that it's not a good strategy for dealing with snakes.
Yeah.
So, you know, everyone's a victim. It's like, no, not everyone. Like, there are victims. Infants, for example, you could take care of them. They could use some care. You know, adult men, they're not infants.
Yeah. But I thought it ended well, you and Destiny.
Yeah.
You know, because you even said, like, hey, we're getting everything out here. We're trying to come to something, and sometimes you have to be a little unruly in how you seek it out orally. You know,
the problem with I found that likely the most. I had the most qualms about that podcast of any podcast I've done. Well, the reason is, see, I learned.
Really? Of anyone? I feel like our conversation wasn't that extreme. I feel like our conversation was pretty chill. Not like it was the most calm conversation ever, but in terms of the grand totality of all the conversations you had or all the podcast episodes you've done, that was the most contentious?
I learned this when I was like 24. I learned that I had a proclivity to battle verbally to be right.
Okay.
Right, and that was a status thing. I'm right, you're wrong. So, you know, that redounds to my credit. I used my verbal intelligence as a weapon of dominance. Well, I stopped doing that when I was like 23. I thought, oh, that's the prideful worship of the Luciferian intellect. It's a really bad idea. Like, seriously. It's a seriously bad idea. And so I don't like talking to people who want to be right. And Destiny wants to be right.
Also, a massive thanks to Hallow.
Okay, I'm gonna expose Jordan Peterson. All right, I'm exposing him. I didn't bring this up before. Okay, now that I've just rewatched this, now I'm triggered. Okay, I showed up 30 minutes early. Okay, to the fucking podcast we were supposed to do, and when I showed up, there's usually this little space where they escort you to, where they're like, oh, you can hang out here before we begin the show. I go back in this room and I see Jordan sitting on the couch, and I say, hey, what's up, Jordan? All he does is he gets up, shakes my hand, and says, hey, how are you? And I said, I'm fine. He's like, oh, cool. I'll enjoy our conversation later. And then he sits down. Are you serious? This guy, and he just completely doesn't dance for me like a There's a reference to another meme. Okay, don't clip this. I still can't believe that guy. Can we disavow this idiot whenever Destiny is on screen? Title, I wouldn't be surprised if I get mass downvoted. His community is like the #1 brigading community on Reddit. Sure, he gets his nice dub on Sneaker or JP, but please, for f***'s sake, he's regularly saying the N-word, wishing for more AI porn of cutie Cinderella for him to jerk off to own Ludwig, constantly harassing Hassan and anyone else who so much just looks at him the wrong way. If you want to watch clips, that's fine, but please make it clear that we aren't glazing Destiny up. 900 upvotes. What a martyr. Until Ethan and Hassan had disagreements on leftovers, Destiny and his community were speaking about Ethan and the show staff like Dan, like how most of the right does. He saw the rift and thought it was his chance to get in there. Very manipulative in his approach. And by the way, I used to be a big Destiny watcher, but over the last 2 years, he's gone off the rails, and I could barely stomach him now. He has so much patience and time for right-wingers, defended Fresh and Fit with their latest baby mama drama, and will hang out with Nick Fuentes at his house. But if a leftist says something he doesn't like, he goes full nuclear and sends his brigade of idiots their way. A really awful person from what I have observed. Very bitter and just plain mean-spirited. Glad you got out. Kudos. Much of the rift between Ethan and Hassan was literally Destiny brigading, LARPing as fans of one side or the other, yelling at the other side. It's what they do. Literally. I remember screenshots from chat messages in Hassan's Discord were posted here, knowing that Ethan would eat it up, only for it to be manipulated, apparently, and the posters being Destiny kids. Destiny is a shit-idiot. Didn't Destiny just recently say the N-word? Fuck dumbass. Recently, yeah. Also openly and passionately defending his use of it for years. Constantly arguing that he should be able to say it in private. Weird behavior. And then, of course, he says it in public anyway. You mean the guy who was screaming it on stream while playing StarCraft 2 before Twitch was even Twitch? Yeah, nothing new about that, LOL. Mr. Borelli, Divorcelli, Mr. Bainelli. I wish someone made a deep dive on him, because whenever I hear stuff from him, it's bad stuff. But I only see praise around for him. I only see praise for Destiny, yeah. And if someone posts critiques about him, his cult minions will brigade the post and comment stuff like, when did Destiny say that? He never said that. He actually said this. They're the f***ing worst. Wait, what? Wait. His cult minions will brigade the post and comment stuff like, when did Destiny say that? He never said that. He actually said this. They're the f***ing worst. There was a Deciding the Gurus episode on him that I thought was fair. Decoding the Gurus. Gurus? And while I like that episode, I think it was the guy's weakest take. To go from giving Hassan so much shit about just having communist ideals... Really? Is that really what they only give a shit? I didn't listen to it, so. Destiny just released a video where he goes over all the background leading up to the most recent slur drama. It's pretty long, but if you actually want to hear what he believes instead of listening to 15-second clips, it's a good start. I don't need to watch a video of a white man defending his use of the N-word. The only context I might be able to understand, quoting a historical text, and I know he ain't doing that here. Since you specify N-word, it's safe to assume you think it's fine for Frogan to call white people racial slurs. Frogan is half white as well, unless you're advocating for the one to run away. What is half white? Is this the state of white people now? Wait, are we half white? Wait, what? When did this drop? When did this new racial take drop? I don't give a I'm white, and hearing a black person call me a cracker doesn't invoke ongoing centuries-old wounds and a history of oppression. Nobody cares about the N-word because it invokes century-old wounds and histories of oppression. They care about it because of current conditions, my dude. And because if you say it, it's a pretty big social no-no, and you kind of seem like a asshole. That's why people care. It's not like you're like you're in the middle of like in life or death fighting with a black dude and you invoke the N-word and all of a sudden his spirit is possessed by the old ghosts of like slavery's past and he just has to wait for a moment and contemplate the horrific past oppression of his people. Like it's just kind of a dick thing to say and people have a strong reaction to it because people don't say very much. All they want to do is debate. They're lonely individuals and this is the only way they know how to communicate. Don't let them waste your time. I'd appreciate it if you didn't put words in my mouth. Calling a black person the N-word is worse than calling a white person a cracker, obviously. Okay. But that's not the comparison here. They are simply saying one versus using the other as an insult. I put no words in your mouth. I just said being mad at someone using the word cracker while defending using the N-word would be funny if it didn't betray your warped priorities. Like he doesn't even, does he realize that he's not engaging with what's being said at all? I prioritize something that an oppressed people don't want to hear from the in-group due to a long history of oppression and violence against using a word to insult the in-group that is not offensive to the vast majority of the in-group and doesn't carry generational... Like, bro, nobody thinks about slurs like this. This is the most, academic-brained approach. Like, nobody thinks about this. I don't even think subconsciously we consider this. It's just like... This is the second time that Ethan has showed a Destiny clip on stream that portrays him in a positive light. There was no reason to show that clip in regards to Sneeko. It's also bizarre they chose to show the clip given the current drama surrounding Destiny and his BS take on saying the N-word. If Destiny becomes involved with the show in any way, I won't be able to keep watching. I've been a massive H3 fan for years, but platforming that piece of shit would be a deal breaker for me. He's a disgusting bully. If Ethan thought Hassan's fans were bad, Destiny's fan base makes all other fan bases look tame. By the way, I have hands down the best fan base in this community, like in the politosphere or whatever. In terms of like size, capability, and then like rules, I have the strictest rules of any online community. We try to be consistent on them more than any online community, and we probably engage in like behavior far less than any community, okay? We police the out of our own community. That's why when that one guy was posting fake logs of like Hassan's chat, it was my community that found it, right? And we're the ones that uncovered that and banned the dude. Like, my community is leagues above the rest of these degenerate subhuman filth. You don't have my whole Discord spamming racial slurs at a person because we disagree with their politics. It's unhinged and disgusting and degenerate. Hamas and Abi's fans will never blow your mind again if you view them as fans of Hassan. Not anything he does or says as much as the person he portrays. Okay. You know what's funny to me? Just reading through these comments, you can tell who the Destiny stands are purely on the tone of their comments. It's always this, I'm just a logical guy using logic. And oh, remember Ethan/Hassan said this? And to play devil's advocate, who's saying to play devil's advocate? What? Y'all act like those cicadas, right? That have gotten taken over by a parasite. Oh, cicadas? Is it cicada? Is it really spelled that way? Oh, are they different types of bugs? I'm so confused right now. Are these the same thing? You're thinking of circadian rhythm. Am I? Cicadas. Cicadas. Cicada. No. You're trolling. There are different kind. There is no R in... What are the bugs that make the noises? They're in like all the anime. Cicadas. Aren't they cicadas? Am I crazy? Wait, people are saying I'm trolling. The cicada. Cicadas. 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 Cicada. Cicada. Thinking of June bugs? No, those are just... I don't even know what June bugs do. Do June bugs actually do anything? My grandma used to tell me that if a June bug grabs onto you, it'll never let go and it's impossible to take off. Is that even true? I remember hearing that as a kid. Did anybody else hear that growing up? I was always so fucking scared of June bugs walking around when they'd be like all over the floor because like if one grabs you, it's stuck on you forever. But I never saw that happen to anybody. There's no way that was true. It's like if you chew gum, it stays in your stomach for 7 years.
Stick to your fucking...
Did you see this? I tried to watch some of this because apparently he makes some actual criticisms, but he's like so I just can't. It was too much. What is this?
Stick to your gaming, Destiny. You're not a.
Why is this camera not even in focus? Okay, sorry.
Stick to your gaming, Destiny. You're not a real person. You've got nothing of relevance to say. Just stick to your gaming and shut the up. Like.
Is he crying?
What? Sorry. I just shut the up. Like. What? Sorry. I just really hate Destiny. Stick to your fucking gaming.
I hate Destiny. This is the same guy. Wait, John the Duncan. Wait, what was the name of the guy that I debated a long time ago who said that, like... Fuck, what do we argue about? I was running around in Rust building large furnaces at night. Was he the one where, like, if you had sex with your girlfriend at night, it's like rape? Oh, this is a different Duncan? How many retarded fucking Duncans are there? My god. Okay.
He wants people to understand why why black people might want to be away from their oppressors, why black separatism exists in the first place, and why it is not white supremacism.
There's a difference between being away from and you forcibly expelling people. If that makes sense.
But this is.
We're not talking about the Black Kenyans didn't up and leave. They kicked it, or in her words, they got rid of white people.
Yeah, and that's good. I mean, like they got rid of the white people who were the settler colonialists. I don't like.
Okay, dude. Look, I like you. I really do, and I don't want to fall out with you. But what you were expressing there is some really f***ing yikesy shit, man.
It is absolutely
It's good
not.
that they got rid of white people.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously what is being referred to in this context is settler colonials, right?
Right, but not all white people in Kenya were like running the department of kill all black people.
He wants people to.
Jesus. He gives like a really interesting breakdown of, although I feel like, as a person that knows nothing about fashion whatsoever, I feel like this guy leans really hard into like cultural messaging when it comes to clothing. I don't know how much that matters for the average person or how important it is, but his threads of where he does like the animals, I don't know why. It's a lot of interesting content. I think he used is it the Hugo Boss bear? And then he does sometimes like Kermit the Frog. Yeah, it's just very, very interesting threads talking about fashion. He goes through and he talks about like why different things work, why things don't work. This thread was okay. I didn't like it was fine. The Kermit the Frog one was really interesting, I thought. But here, follow him if you want. Oh, Piers Morgan. That was the one, I think. This guy puts way more work into thinking about fucking fashion or clothes than I could have ever imagined, but wait, I'm just like clicking shit without even looking at it. Sorry. Doesn't it feel like he's making shit up half the time? I thought that the other day because I was going back and I was like, wait, could this guy literally say anything and I would believe it? Because I'm not sure. Oh, it was this one. Someone from Piers Morgan's staff asked if I would like to come on to Piers' show, Piers Morgan Uncensored, to talk about the state of his attire. Since he invited feedback, I thought I'd do a thread comparing his style to menswear icon Kermit the Frog. Start with the basics. The core of any outfit is fit and silhouette. Piers' suit jackets often have lapels that buckle away from his chest and a collar that floats from his neck. This suggests his jackets may be too small. No such issues for Kermit the Frog. His clothes hang beautifully and smoothly while still giving a distinctive, flattering silhouette. Piers knows that he looks best in a tailored jacket, so he wears them to social functions. However, he relies too much on formal tailoring, such as dark worsted suits in sober colors. This puts him in a somewhat awkward position of trying to find ways to dress them down. He knows that people at the event may not be wearing suits, but he also doesn't know what else to wear, so he ditches the tie or wears a suit jacket with jeans to look casual. A dark worsted suit without a tie is like the night sky without stars. Kermit the Frog understands this, so he always makes sure he has something, sheen, color, or pattern, between his jacket's front edges. This adds a bit of visual interest to what's a very sober ensemble. Kermit also knows that if he doesn't want to wear a tie, he should opt for a more casual top. He often reaches for a charcoal turtleneck. Since turtlenecks aren't meant to be worn with ties, he doesn't look like he's missing something. Since Piers seemingly only has dark worsted suits in colors such as black, navy, or gray, he often looks like he's just come out of a business meeting, even when he's at social functions. No such issue for Kermit the Frog. He has a wider variety of options, such as tweeds, checked sports coats, and casual suits made from materials like linen and available in colors like cream. This allows him to look put together without seeming corporate. For a more casual look, Piers often wears these plain, smooth merino sweaters in solid colors. These sweaters can sometimes be fine under a tailored jacket, but on their own, they lack something. No such issue for Kermit the Frog. He knows that if you're going to wear a sweater on its own, the knit needs something like a pattern or texture to make it interesting. Good options include spongy Shetlands, chunky Arons, Fair Isles, and ribbed shaker knits. The biggest issue with Piers' casual wear is that it has no direction. It's sort of a mismatch of generic clothes, polos and button-up shirts with pre-washed blue jeans, or flat front beige chinos, sometimes layered with plain merino sweater. When he layers, the outfits lack cultural meaning or coherency. He talks about this a lot. He's very big on like clothing culture. E.g. a top coat with polo and sweatpants. When he tries to look a bit cooler, he thinks only in terms of single items, e.g. the black dress shirts popular with divorced men hitting the club. Kermit doesn't think of outfits in parts or as a pseudoscience, e.g. black goes with blue, but as cultural language. He thinks of the total outfit and what it conveys. The rebel look with a biker jacket and jeans, or the time he wore white suits with gold chains in the 70s. Is that a correct use of e.g.? E.g. means for example. I.e. means such as, I think, right? Maybe? I don't know. Is it true that 1 out of every 100 shirt of the one you're wearing have the N-word printed somewhere on the shirt? No, common misconception though. It's 1 out of 100 has the N-word printed on the front. All of them have the N-word printed somewhere. Most of them are on the inside. Here we see him taking chances with a beautifully patterned serap or serape and a safari-worn jacket with a neckerchief and beret. Or I might mean in other words, maybe. Men often struggle with this because their identity may be rooted in just being a normal dude, so they see any outfit that deviates from some middle-class uniform as cosplay. But do you think a frog actually herds cattle? By thinking of clothes as cultural language, Kermit is able to put together cooler outfits. Here, he's channeling 1980s Miami Vice energy with a lightweight jacket, pink mock neck, striped pants, white horsebit loafers, and giant sunglasses. Compare these two outfits. Piers' black polo with checked knee-length shorts and bad sneakers says nothing, but Kermit's cargo shorts with an aloha shirt, fishing bag, and straw hat says, I'm a mid-century sportsman on vacation. To develop your visual vocabulary, you have to pay attention to culture. Think about how clothes were worn in the past by various cultural groups. Here we see all of the references for Kermit's outfit above. You can see how the same language is channeled in I'm Leon Dor's spring/summer lookbook. The outfit on the right is a little better because the man is wearing a jacket. Outfits often need a finishing layer, but perhaps Kermit was hot that day. We see the same issue here. Piers is wearing a slim, shapeless top coat with a stretched out V-neck, a white dress shirt, a scarf, bad jeans, and suede loafers. Confusing, no cultural message, aesthetically unappealing. Like, if I were to look at somebody like this, I would have no idea. I still am not sure. Is there actually anything wrong with this? I have no fucking idea. Do you think things like an eye for aesthetic can be learned? Absolutely. You just have to practice it. You have to, like, apply it and practice it and use it. And eventually you develop, you'll develop it. Again, the same issue here. Piers is wearing generic clothes, no cultural message, lack of a finishing layer, visually uninteresting. Kermit improves on this by aligning the materials, chambray with denim, and using an open shirt as a lightweight layer. Has a workwear vibe. Finally, Kermit knows that dinner suits, aka tuxedos, should be worn with black bow ties made from the same material as the jacket's facings, not long black ties, which should be reserved for business meetings, court appearances, and funerals. Piers looks best on his TV show, where he employs a visual language he knows. Dark suit, light shirt, dark tie. He just needs to learn a few more languages for when he's off the show, and perhaps pay attention to Kermit the Frog. That's cute. I like that it ends with like a compliment as well. And then and it's a compliment that also brings together like his whole point. Like Piers looks best here, but it's because he understands the cultural language of what he's trying to convey. So he has the capability of doing it. He just needs to expand that to a few more things. I thought it was a cute thread. A lot of this guy's commentary on fashion stuff is really interesting, but way past anything I'm unaware of. Okay. Link me the TikTok. Somebody knows what I'm talking about, okay? There is a guy, and he's fat, but he kills it. Holy shit. Nobody knows what I'm talking about? Will women find me attractive if I cover myself in oil? Yes. As long as you run around shirtless. I think skinnier people are generally more attractive as it makes your face look better. That really depends. I mean, I think there are ideal weights for faces. Some people's face looks better with a little more weight. Some people look better with a little less weight. It really just depends on. That's a really general statement, I think. Nobody remembers the guy we looked at. God damn it. Oh, never mind. Good job. Underscore some dude. You found it. Jesus, this guy is.
Not done yet. I realized the other day that I can sit on this side of the couch and you can still see me instead of leaning on this fucking wall. Changed my life. It's good. Here comes the best part. I tied this one with a 4-in-hand knot. A lot of different knots that you can use to tie something like this. Don't fucking come at me in the comments. Okay, let's put a coat on. Yeah. One more.
God damn. He's got other outfits too. This guy is wild. Holy shit. Fuck, he's got one with like a whole coat and a hat thing. This guy's got some wild fits. Do you think it's easier to look good in clothes if you're skinny or bigger? I would take everything I say about fashion with a grain of salt, but I would say with light information that whether you're skinny or fat doesn't really matter. There are clothes that can make you look really good if you're fatter. There are clothes that can make you look really bad if you're skinny. I think that like fitting clothes to your height and your body composition are like really particular to your height and your weight. And the idea that it's just like, oh, when you're skinny, things might fit easier, like the belt buckles or whatever. But in terms of looking good, I think like it's really easy, for instance, for really skinny, lanky people to have clothes that ordinarily would fit well on somebody be like kind of baggy or loose. And you might completely lose any sort of like silhouette or any sort of like figure because you've got like stuff hanging off you or that's like too baggy or doesn't fit well. So just because you're skinny doesn't mean that something will fit, or it's easier to find stuff that fits better. I think it might, maybe in general that's true, like as a very, very general take. But yeah, I think that it's not just a matter of like skinny or fat, I think. Where's the coat this guy had? Oh, no, wait, is this what we just watched? I think we just watched this one. No, fuck. This one. Oh my God. What is this one? God damn. Oh, look at this. Oh. Oh, we got the TikTok music and everything. God damn. Look at the coat and the colors. Oh, and he's got a little flower thing in his pocket. Holy shit. God, this guy. Okay, we're done. This guy is a really good fashion. One piece of advice that I see given in like MFA places or whatever too is that like if you're trying to find clothes that fit or if you want a fashion that works for you, look at other celebrities that have a similar build as you. One mistake that sometimes people make is they're like, oh, I want to look good in XYZ outfit, and then what they do is they'll buy clothes that look really good on a celebrity who's like 6'5", who's like 6'5" in black. And you'll be like a 5'9" Caucasian kid or like a 5'8" Latino kid, and you're like, oh shit, like I want to wear what not Jordan B. Peterson, Michael B. Jordan wears, and it's like, well, no, for a variety of like find people that are similar build, similar composition, similar height, and then like wear what they wear, and then you can practice on that, or don't, and just wear sweatpants and t-shirts all day, because fuck yeah, okay. Oh, different people carry weight in different ways. Like some men will carry a lot of weight in their belly and their thighs, so like an attractive weight for them is probably going to be lower than guys that carry fat around their body more generally. Like I know some guys, even in the casino, there are some guys that like even as they get fat, they still look pretty good, but they're for some reason their fat just kind of like distributes around their body a lot better. Their arms will be kind of fat, their legs will be kind of fat, their belly, their chest, their shoulder, like everything's like kind of like building fat. And then for some people, like the fat just like goes right to their stomach, right to their thighs, and that's it. And then those people generally have to lose more weight, or it's a lot harder for them to carry weight and look good, to carry fat and look good, just because of the genetic apportioning of fat around your body. And then women have this issue on fucking steroids, because for women, a lot of women's like beauty literally comes from fat deposits. So your ass and your chest, like boobs are fat, booties are fat, and if you wear fat well, there's a million fitness influencer models who look really good, who can't lift shit. They don't do anything really in the gym. They go and they cardio bunny for like 20 minutes, and they think it's because they lift and work out so much, but not really. They're just like relatively lean, but the places where they carry fat is really nice. That's why you'll see girls with like super nice looking bubble butts that'll talk about how hard they work out, and then when you look at their Instagram, you know, they're hip thrusting like 115 and maybe squatting 95 for reps. And it's like, oh, well, I go to the gym a lot. I was like, no, you just wear fat decently well. And then other girls will like no fat goes to their boobs, or before the fat goes to their boobs, their midsection will fill out, or like their fupa or their thighs will fill out. And then in order for them to lose weight, they've got to lose their boobs. So yeah, for women, I think it's way more brutal because so many fatty deposits on the body are like supposed to be part of your womanhood. Whereas guys can just be lean and be fine, I think, yeah.
What's the latest, Tommy?
Wait, is that Dan?
Yeah.
You're so street now. What's up, homie?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, ever since you called me your friend, I was like, I've been learning how to be more tough, more street, etc. You know? So, no, I just see that it's car talk. Listen, I love cars. I love car talk, okay? Oh, yeah. And I feel like we're both pretty knowledgeable. So, we can come, I agree with you. Manual has to be a requirement. Has to be. It's gonna absolutely fuck you, but you got to do it. You have to.
Okay, I want to write. Okay, let's think for a second. Okay, for requirements. Okay, any car that I buy is going to be faster than my RS, probably, right? Anything 100K plus is going to be faster. Well, I'm just saying because I can eliminate this, so I don't need to have this written down here. Okay, for handling well, every car today, cars are getting better, tires are getting better, so like everything should handle fine. Okay, so it needs to be less than 250K, manual transmission. It'd be nice if it would be unique.
So I think let's have requirements and then very important. I think it's important to separate it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm probably just gonna keep I'm keeping my RS.
Okay.
So fuck it. We'll have that.
So you have your I mean, what you could do. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say as you get more into the podcast stuff, maybe it would be more appropriate if you're gonna keep a second car to have something that could be used quasi as a truck or an SUV or something along those lines.
Fuck that.
Okay, well then fuck it. I mean, so you.
It's not the worst idea, but I'm 35 years old. I've never needed one up to this point in my life. I doubt I'll need one in the future. I could just rent.
Well, I mean, fine. Then it's not a big deal. Okay, so let's talk about an important thing. So all-wheel drive, do we care if it's mid-engine versus rear-wheel drive?
I mean, I
'Cause that's
feel
gonna
like
be another
mid-engine
thing.
is nice because don't those, because of the distribution of weight on the vehicle, doesn't that help a lot with the oversteer, understeer? Doesn't it make it handle a lot better?
Well, sure, but like you'll get mid-engine vehicles that will just be rear-wheel drive. They won't be all-wheel drive, right?
I don't know if the all-wheel drive necessarily matters as much if the weight distribution and the suspension are really, really good. I'm not sure.
Okay,
I just
so
I don't know the answer.
basically, okay, I guess the way we can actually look at this is really when it comes to traction. If it's doing a better 0 to 60 than where you're at, then the traction should be, I guess, better. No, not better.
Maybe, although keep in mind 0 to 60 is going to be like with sometimes even with wider tires, but it's going to be summer tires on a track.
Yeah.
And it's going to be built for like 0 to 60. So like if you look at like rear wheel drive cars, their 0 to 60 time on a track is not going to be real world because those like most, or at least in my experience, I could be talking older cars like 2010 cars. Like you're never 0 to 60 in a like even the Mustang V8s won't get all their power to the ground. They're going to spin out like crazy.
Yeah,
before
fair enough. Yeah, they do the thing like before they
But that might not be the case anymore. Maybe nicer rear wheel drive like 150K plus cars. Maybe they don't have that problem. I don't know. I'm not sure.
No, I'm sure. I mean, when you go to the track before they do the green light, you're like burning out for like 3 seconds to warm up your tires. But
yeah, we're driving around first. Yeah.
Let me ask you. Actually, I don't know the answer to this. When you're doing like if you're on the track, if you're all-wheel drive versus rear-wheel drive, does that affect the like I don't want to say like the performance, but the maneuverability of the vehicle if you're going around a track or doing like Steven style driving? Does that matter?
My assumption is going to be that all-wheel drive generally gives you better traction, but it's going to come at a cost, I think, of I don't know if you lose a little bit of power through the drivetrain.
You lose a little bit of power, and you have a slightly